Morning, people. Morning. So today we're going to go through some of the levels, talk about the trades that we had yesterday, and get ready for the market open in 5 minutes. So we'll see you in a minute. And I haven't shown my screen. Perfect. There you go. So sharing the screen now. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all at pretty much equal opens. There's not been much going on. Let's jump in. I'm going to put on some music and we'll talk about some of the trades that we had yesterday because we had some beautiful trades. Absolutely stunners yesterday. But let's go through everything, all right? So we'll start off with gold. We'll get rid of this MACD. Start off with gold. We're just in a range. Nothing really, trade the range. I wouldn't bother trying to trade a breakout here. You got this, I would say, is the range that we're playing with on the 5 minute. Mark these out just a little bit more. I'll be very careful about doing business in these areas until you have a wipeout of some of these lows or some of these highs. If we can get, because that's a nice deviation. We had another one. If we can come back, take out these highs and do something like that, then your trade or my trade would be something like that. That's for your typical range trade. And the same goes for the opposite. Let's say we have a push down, come into this area, we have a retracement. You could take maybe a small position just so it takes out all of these lows here. But it's dangerous doing business inside the range. Ideally, you just want to see price come down, take out some of these lows, and then come back into the range. I personally will not be trading this. Not yet, even though, look, we're coming to a really nice area of demand. This is still not something that I'll be looking at trading. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. Wow. So last week, we discussed how this was going to come down and possibly come into this area. And to the pip, hit the 50 and has pushed up. Fibs, man. Honestly, if you are not putting on a fib and trading with fibs, you are missing out on some of the nicest levels. Like you literally cannot get anything nicer than Fibonacci retracement levels. I do think we're going to come back up and we're going to start pushing back up to come to the all-time highs. This is the S&P 500. Trump, everybody's calmed down a little bit from the last few weeks. Tariffs, stuff like that. Russia, all of those geopolitical kind of issues. Same thing with the NAS. The NAS has already pushed up. Dixie. So Dixie yesterday, we had an idea that it was going to start pushing up. And that was the backbone of the reason why I took the trade on USD CHF. What have we got right now? We're coming into quite an interesting area because this is quite a nice area of supply. Now we've already hit this area of supply. Now with this candle, we've taken out the high of this daily candle right here. Now, I don't want to be pessimistic, but normally before a candle comes, let's say if you're in a downtrend like that, before a candle continues to go down, what does it do? It retraces and then comes down, So this being what's happening right now, pre-market, got to be careful longing USD pairs in my opinion. Yeah, I wouldn't be longing any USD pairs here. I would watch maybe for a possible short position on something like that. Then you'd be aiming for these lows right here. That's a nice trade. That's a nice trade. If we break this supply, and we start pushing up, and we do something like that, we have a clear break of those highs and a taking of those highs, then I think you're safe to get on the get in on the retest and then the push up. So 99.60 would be a nice area to get back in on a retest, and then you would see maybe it push up to take out some of these highs right here, and that's pretty decent. But longing right now within this area is probably not the best idea, so I would stay away from longing, even though they look really desirable, and they do. Longing CHF or USD CAD or any of those is probably not the best idea right now. Now this bad boy, Euro. Let's have a look. So we had an idea yesterday that this was going to hit. We didn't trade it because I was in a different trade, but we've marked this out. And this is just such a good example of what we talked about yesterday. So we had a divergence, we had a break of the EMAs, a retest on the level, and continuation to the next daily level right here. If I wasn't in my USD CHF trade, that would have been absolutely fantastic. Now, what have we got right now? So market is just opened. USD is in an area of supply. We have a little bit of divergence. Maybe this is worth taking along. I think it is. Let me pull up my terminal. Yeah, I'm going to take this long. Let's pull this up. So let's go on Euro, get rid of filters, Euro USD. We want Euro USD Pro. A little bit late into it. It doesn't matter. We will be fine. But I'm getting in there. We'll go 10 lots. There you go. I'm going to whack on my stop loss, my take profit. My stop loss is going to be underneath this low. My take profit is going to be at 1330. So just above here. Taking out this area of supply. That's the trade that we're looking at right now. Oops. There you go. Edit position open. There you go. My stop loss, my take profit. Take profit is going to be here. Stop loss underneath this low. That's it. We're confirming. We're in. I really like this one. This one's really good. We've had a little bit of divergence. The dollar is in supply, like we've just gone over. The open, we had this push down, looked like it wanted to push down even further, trap the traders. Now you've got all of those other traders that are in their positions. This position's a little bit late, not gonna lie. Ideally, you would have liked to have got in it on the area of demand. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And by the way, guys, all of this stuff, if you're watching it back, is educational. As you can see, this is a demo. Okay. This is one of the demo accounts. But these trades are trades that I'm in on real accounts as well. Stop loss on this account goes a little bit lower. So actually here, because that is the ultimate place where I think you'd want, if you really, this is a very, very tight stop loss for this position. Normally you would want something underneath this low because that is the lowest, that's the last point that you would say, okay, if price comes down to there and breaks that, then it's over for this particular move. But now you're looking at it, you can even see more confluences of why this would be a good setup. And that being is, look, we still have a change of structure here. This is an acceptance above the range. So let's see if we can get that little bit of momentum now on the open to take it out like that. That would be really nice. That's it. That's the push that we want. We're only looking for $1,000 here. There you go, push. Got that really nice push as well. It's a fast mover. What we want is a close above this level. So we got 1 minute before the close. I think we're good. I don't think there's going to be any kind of issue with this. We've got the 200 EMA as well, just at that take profit. So 200 EMA is a fantastic EMA for take profits. It is just so good, especially on currencies. Currencies tend to range and they always tend to come back to a base level price. And that base level price, in my opinion, averages around about the 200 moving average. So it's a good place to get in and out of positions, mostly out of positions. It's not a very good place to get in, actually. God, they're all texting the group right now. I told everybody before I properly looked. I said, Dixie looks like it's moving up. This is a friendship group, not any kind of other group like that. But I said, Dixie looks like it's moving up. And then I actually had a proper look and I was like, no way. All right, we've had a close above the level. Let's see if we can get an extra push. going to move my stop up on the other account to here. So it was here. I'm going to now take a little bit more risk off. But I don't think we've got a problem with this one. Isn't it relaxing when you get into a trade and it goes straight into profit? Very relaxing. Watch you come down now and take me out live. Wouldn't that be funny? That has happened lots of times as well. It's always suddenly when you actually talk about a position, when you tell somebody about a position that you're in, it's like the bad eye. It just, or like the position just loses as soon as you say something. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that, you know? Like, let's say price is pushing up, it's getting so close to your take profit. You send a picture to your friend and then suddenly Trump comes out with an announcement because he knows that you've just sent a picture to your friend. And before it hits TP, it blasts your stop loss. So sometimes it is better to keep your positions to yourself and not talk about them. But we can't be a live trading room without a little bit of live trading. Okay, the momentum's still on our side at the moment. I don't know what the MACD is because I'm not looking at that. Let's have a look. It's funny. I don't use many indicators. I use EMAs and price action. But I was doing a video for the beginners 101s for this. You can see it. Go onto YouTube. Go onto our YouTube, sorry, and you'll see the beginner 101. And I was using the MACD and I was like, wow, this thing on intraday timeframes with price action, with levels, is a killer. An absolute solid killer. So the only reason why I don't use it anymore is just because it just makes, there's too much stuff on the chart. I like to have clean charts. You know, EMAs already make it quite messy. So taking the EMAs, taking the Mac, to put the MACD on, it's a bit too much. But I might have to start using it again. There you go. So we're about 0.8% in profit, $900 in profit. Momentum starting to push up right now. We've broken above the highs. We've taken out these lows. So early longs have just been taken out. Okay, you can see that right here. Early longs have just been taken out. We got in when we can see that they're underwater. Price is pushing up, and now we're looking to take out these highs from any kind of orders that will be holding up above these areas. And that is it. It is really super simple. Luckily, clocked onto that after we looked at the Dixie, because this is a really, really clean trade. And we got the music as well. Boo da boo boo. Da 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 da. I have a feeling as well, in euro, this isn't going to be a retracement and then a continuation lower. I think this is going to push up further, but I'm not pushing it up on this trade further. This is going to be this trade, and then later on we'll see if we have any other trades that we can follow coming up. Now let's see if we get like a small retracement before we go to the final leg. So we could have a retracement back down to check out, you know, to retest these levels, these highs. This is just standard following price action. When price is like this, trading can be very easy. Just gotta make sure you don't over leverage or take your profits too early. There you go. The big boss has just come in. He doesn't know what we're doing lives right now, but he's smiling, so it's a good sign. Got some nice $900 in profit. Not bad. $900 in profit. Yeah, no, it's all right. It's all right. We caught it live, so we can show all the guys how we trade. But anyway, good stuff. See you later. Okay, so again, at the nice leg up, it's natural that price is going to come down a little bit and then it's going to push up again. This is what we're looking for. So a break, retest on prior high, pre-break. Same trades that happened yesterday. After this, we'll go in and talk about the trades that we have had on USD CAD. Not USD CAD, USD CHF. And that was a killer trade. Absolutely savage. I was really happy with that one because it was just super clean with the right amount of size. It wasn't too little, it wasn't too much. It was just the right amount of size for that particular setup, and beautiful. Now, what we can do just to mitigate some of the risk that we've got on this trade, I'm just going to pull the take profit in just a little, the stop loss in just a little bit. The reason I'm not going to pull it into break even because I was late into the trade. If I pull it in break even, then price does decide to come down because it's still in this range. It can still do something like that, and I don't want my stop loss. Actually, I probably shouldn't have even pulled it in. It's a little bit it's within this range because price can come into this range and chop around, and unless it breaks underneath that, then the trade is still in play. So actually, I've put my stop loss. I should have left I'm going to leave my stop loss there because it's not the right place to leave it. You always want to put your stop loss in the place where it's going to invalidate the trade. You don't want to put it inside the range, because if you start putting stops inside the range, you could be right on this trade, but you will end up getting taken out because of consolidation into something like that. Don't forget, you've got the QR code. I want to double check if the QR code is taking you to the right place, but it should take you to the community. The community is free. You're going to have all of these different videos and all of these different market updates and basic 101s and everything to make you a better trader, so you can come to us and you can get funded. As long as, if I know that you're taking some of our risk management approaches and you're taking some of our ideas, I'm happy knowing that you've got, you're coming into this with a level head and a good mindset. There's a lot of traders that come into prop and honestly think it is just a get rich quick scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Trading is difficult. Trading is hard, and you have to put a lot of repetitions. I've been trading now for 6 years or 7 years coming up. I'm really bad with the times, but started off in 2018. 7 years. So, and throughout my time when I was first trading, I was super boom and bust. Like, I could make a ridiculous amount of money for a day trader, and then blow it all the next day. It was hard journey to go down. But if you're a boom and bust trader, if you can slowly start becoming less bust and you start holding on to some of those profits, I think boom and bust traders can be some of the most savagest traders there. You've got other types of traders that are very relaxed, they're very slow, they take their time, and there's no right or wrong answer. You know, you can be super impulsive, you can be all of these different things as long as you use them to your advantage. Obviously, don't be impulsive on trades that are not there. You know, if you look at a chart long enough, you can find anything. But as long as you're impulsive when you need to be impulsive, you look at a move and you say, okay, no, this is going, I'm getting in. That's the type of impulsiveness that works well into your favor. That's why I'm not the best at high time frame trading. I'm really good at low time frame intraday trades because you have to be a little bit faster, and I'm not patient at all. Okay, so we've got 3 minutes left on this particular candle. We're going to get a nice push up. Let's go on to the 1 minute. Let's see what the 1 minute is saying. We're getting that kind of, I wouldn't call that a flag. Price action that is like that, going down in a flag formation, is really good. When price is bending or curving, you don't want to see curving price action. This is on a 1 minute though, so it doesn't matter. You don't want to see curving price action though. Curving price action is like that. It's a sign of reversal, sign of price weakening. Okay. Flag patterns. This is a good example. There's your flag pattern and there's your break. Normally you get nice retest continuation. Hold on, let me close the door because people are going to come in. They're going to make so much noise. Hold on. It's the most fun I'm going to have all day. Okay. I do want to look at what other pairs are doing, but we're gonna watch this. Bear with me a second, guys. There's nobody on here anyway, so it's fine. Are we rich yet? On our demo profit. Now, Bitcoin, all-time high. Issue with that, who's buying up at these levels? Obviously, you've got the ETF inflows. Is that really going to push it higher to... Oh, gosh. XRP, BNB, Ethereum 1.74%. That's really good since I've been in drawdown on Ethereum for the last few months. Okay. This is where I get impatient because it's going to get up there. But when's it going to get up there? And I would like to go on and talk about other pairs and see what we're looking at. But this is more interesting since we're actually in it. So this is the flaggish type of price action that is really nice to see. Now we can do something like that. As long as we don't break down now to the stop loss, we're fine. But what we may see is something like this. Now we're coming into this area, little area of demand. We may have a little bit of consolidation. Something like that, maybe. So I could look at price action all day. Actually, I kind of do look at price action all day. That's why I got these. I never used to have glasses as well. Like, look, it looks so much better without glasses. I just can't see anything. Don't even know if I'm still trading EU. Probably trading copper or something else. That comes with the job, I reckon. When you're looking at the charts all the time, you're in front of the computer all the time. There's two things that go. Actually, three things that go. Your eyes, your back, and your mind. That's it. They all go. There you go. You can see. Let's have a look at what news is going on as well, because naughty me. Let's have a look. So Forex calendar. We got FOMC. I know we got FOMC today. FOMC minutes. It's still quite important. Bloody hell. Okay, we've got unemployment rate on euro. We've got the unemployment rate on euro in 25 minutes. That will be interesting. $25 minutes unemployment rate. Now, we got to think what we want to do with this trade, if I'm honest. We are not holding an intraday trade with a 10 pip stop from where price is right now, while unemployment is going to come out. So what we're going to have to do is, we've got 30 minutes, 20 minutes before it comes out. So the next 10 minutes, we'll see what happens with the price action. If it comes up and takes us to the take profit, amazing. If we're in the middle of this range or even around break even, then I will be taking profits, or I will be getting out of the trade because I'm not holding it through. I'm not going to be holding it through that. What other news have we got? So that's what we have here. I can't bring it onto the screen. We also have just FOMC minutes. Here we go. Go on. So FOMC minutes, but that's in like 10 hours. Nobody's, I don't even trade around that time either, so it doesn't really matter. Nice impulsive candle right in the edge of that demand. Let's see if we can get continuation. Looks like we're holding. We got 5 more seconds. Okay, I think we're going to start pushing up now. Here we go. Nice little bit of a push, break, retest on that trend line. Here we go. 1,102, 1,080, back down to 900. Let's push up. See if we can get that last little push before the news. This might set up as well for a nasty move as well, pumping pre-news. The only thing though with this, it's already come down and made a low on the day. So it's made a low on the day, so it could have set it up for, finishing the day high. I don't know. I haven't got the faintest clue, but at the moment it looks like it's going up. Wow, we're 40 minutes in. 40 minutes in the session. Interesting. have a look at this. So on the 5 minute, we've had a nice push up. It's a really nice candle. To me, that looks like it's going to follow through. Got 19 minutes before that news comes out. Here we go. Nice push. Last momentum push. Come on. Let's see if we can get higher prices back into 1,090, 1,050. Price is getting a little bit sticky here, but it's again, this is only on a 1 minute. So let's see if we can get a higher push. Now I'm going to pull in my stop loss. Now I'm going to pull in my stop loss underneath this low. Now I am risk free and I've also locked in some profits. I'm going to do that on the same on this account. So about $500 locked in profits. Even if it comes down, I'm happy with that. Here we go. Last little bit. Sorry about that. I had to jump on a call. Last little bit before news comes out. News comes out in 15 minutes. This is the last push to take out the highs. Nice impulsive candle. We're in $1,240 profit. Are we going to get that push? Here we go. We're going to get the full take profit. Got 30 seconds left on this candle. I don't see, there you go. Nice, boom, take profit in. On the other account as well, no, why hasn't that been taken? I'm going to close that straight. That's it, perfect. Now we can move, now we can move on. Let's move on and we'll talk about some of the other trades that potentially are setting up. So we had euro, pound, also the same type of thing. So USD CHF was the trade that I had yesterday. If you guys remember from yesterday, I say that talking like everybody was here, but there was nobody here with me. You can see here as well the massive divergence. So it's really, really, really nice trade. It was just fantastic. Look at that. So you had the break, retest, continuation. We go on to the 15-minute. We can see we had these highs. So when I was looking at this trade, we already had broken these highs. We took out the lows from Friday. We took out the lows from Monday, and the highs from Monday were still naked. They weren't touched. So I decided to get into their trade to take out London Monday highs. There we go. We've got another high that was taken there. And at the moment we're seeing it come back into the range. I don't know what USD CHF is going to do, but at the moment we're at quite a significant area of supply. Just like the Dixie. That's quite an interesting reaction. Maybe that's the next trade we're looking for. Comes back into 82.43, and then we'd look for maybe slightly higher prices. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, so that's it for today. I know we didn't go through too much, but I hope we got some things out of the euro trade. Maybe if it's just a little bit of price action and watching price action and watch how it's moving, how we can set up the trade and how we can manage the trade while we're on an intraday time frame. And maybe it was entertaining. I don't know. But anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, on Fridays, we do the trade recaps where we'll be going through all of these different trades. Anyway, take care, guys.